Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Hi, folks. Welcome back. From newsbusters.org. Hollywood crumbling? April is a disaster for Netflix, Disney, and more. Yeah. You know, if people are finally waking up to the fact that why should we give money to people that just hate us? They hate what we believe in. They hate some of our lifestyles. They hate our religion. They just hate everything we're about. And they're constantly putting us down and making fun of us and calling us names. So it gets to the point where, you know, how's that saying go? You know, why should we give money to people that hate us when they can hate us for free? And that's finally coming around. Hollywood corporations have spent years insulting American mainstream values and pushing woke lunacy. That's true. The month of April proved that they can no longer continue to do so without real-world financial consequences. Now, I'm not asking for a boycott of any of these places. And I still have a Netflix account, I'm going to admit it. But 95% of it is crap now that I wouldn't even watch. It's really sad. And there are other streaming services available to see the shows I want to see. So why wouldn't I? I'll probably end up getting rid of it. I've had it for a long time. I've had it 5-6 years. It just doesn't interest me anymore. To varying degrees, the past few weeks have seen a flurry of stock plunges, reduced expectations, quarterly losses, layoffs, or high-profile firings among major entertainment players, Netflix, Warner Brothers, Discovery, and Walt Disney Corporation. Before we get too far in, I got to do a little shameless plug here for the channel. I did some checking, and it's a huge, huge deal to help out the algorithm of my channel if you click the like button and make a comment. I'm not asking for you to subscribe. I figure if you think my content is good enough to subscribe, that you will. But that just leaving a comment and a like will hugely help my channel. And it doesn't cost you a dime, even if you just say, "Hi, John, how's it going?" and a thumbs up button. That brings up the algorithm tremendously, and I'm under the gun here at YouTube as far as the algorithm goes. They got me pretty much jammed down. So enough a shameless plug. Let's move on. Below is a rundown of the pain experienced last month in La La Land. You know, I've never seen that movie. I heard it was good. Netflix announced on Tuesday, April 19th, that they lost 200,000 subscribers during the first quarter of this year instead of anticipated gain of 2 million. That's quite a swing, actually. You expected 2 million more, and you lost 200,000. Netflix stocks tumbled 25%. In the nearly 2 weeks since the plunge, the streamer has announced layoffs and canceled projects. On April 20th, Netflix gutted its original animation program, firing its director, Phil Renda, and much of his staff. The streamer has since ceased production on multiple animated series, including a project that was in the works by Meghan Markle. Oh, gee, I'll have to do this. Yeah, poor Meghan. You know, she's hard to like, I got to tell you the truth. Then on April 28th, Netflix fired the staff of its own site, Tudum. One Tudum wrote or write the Daily Beast that he felt like Adam Scott in Severance, a reference to the Apple TV show about dystopian workplace. Warner Brothers Discovery. Created in April from a merger of AT&T's Warner Media and Discovery Inc., saw its own stock drop last week after it announced that its 2022 profit would be lower than predicted. The company is home to HBO Max and Discovery, among other things. Quarter one operating profit and cash flow for Warner Media are clearly below my expectations, Chief Financial Officer Gunnar Weldenfeld said at the company's first earnings conference call on Tuesday. The conglomerate, which owns CNN, was hurt by the failure of CNN Plus, the new Coke of media launches. I like that. I'm a little bit older. Some of the younger people don't remember. They came out with what they call New Coke. It basically tasted like Pepsi, if you want to know the truth of it. And I'm a Coke person. Always have been, always will be. I like regular Coke, even though I do drink Diet Coke now. I'm a Coke person, even when I was a kid. And they came out with new Coke. What a freaking disaster. They lost hundreds of millions of dollars. And CNN Plus, some people say they spent up to $300 million for CNN Plus, but I know it's at least $100 million and change. And they pulled the plug on it less than 30 days after its inception. While both HBO Max and Disney Plus did gain subscribers in the first quarter, I do have to say, though, HBO Max is much, much better than Netflix. Discovery also introduced upcoming content that's likely to alienate audiences as much as Netflix cuties. And that's the thing. Alienating viewers. Probably not a good idea. On April 26th, it premiered a trailer of Generation Drag, a disturbing documentary celebrating child drag queens that will premiere June 1st on its service. The trailer has been tweeted by libs of TikTok and criticized by many in conservative media, potentially pushing away future subscribers. Here we go. The biggest offender, Disney. Having your company's name associated with child grooming certainly has not helped the Walt Disney Corporation. Disney was one of the top 3 worst performing stocks of April and the worst performing stock of the last year. I got to give it another one. I'm sure their stockholders are delighted. And a lot of pension funds and many other insurance funds are also probably own Disney stock, and they're counting on dividends or a stock increase. And they got neither. In March, Disney CEO Bob Chapek attacked Florida's parental rights and education law. Then a leaked Zoom meeting of Disney staff showed employees bragging about inserting queerness into kids' shows. This one lady's got her arms going. I stuck it everywhere, queerness this, queerness that, just to get everywhere we could. Like it's a joke. I'm 65. Even people that aren't as old as I am, we didn't even know what our teacher's first name was most of the time, to be honest with you, until we got older. You know what? Nobody cares about the sexual orientation of your teacher. It's nothing to do with the children. Whether you're gay, straight, all the other assortments now that they have of everything, God knows, non-binary and all that, it's none of my business. There's nothing to do with education. Nothing. So you have a male teacher who has a husband. Who cares? Nobody cares. It doesn't make you special. It just makes you gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want. God bless you. But don't tell the children the details on your personal life, your personal sexual life. It's out of bounds. In April, Disney faced a reckoning when Florida passed a law ending Disney's autonomous Reedy Creek Improvement District, thereby abolishing the company's tax privileges and self-governing status. Yeah. Can you imagine now? I think it's the city of Orlando. Now they can go in with code inspectors. God knows what they're going to find, and everything else. Water, sewer, I mean, you name it. It's going to be a mess. And they brought it upon themselves. Now Disney is taking scalps. On Friday, April 29th, Chapek announced the resignation of Disney's corporate affairs chief, Jeff Morrell. According to CNBC, Morrell crafted the early response to the Florida legislation, to which Disney did not take a public stand. The LGBTQIA activists then threw a hissy fit and pressured Chapek to fight the law. So the one who was initially right is the one getting axed. Yeah, because he caved. One thing about extremists, especially progressives, you give in 1 inch, you show a little bit of weakness, they'll be all over you. Can't give an inch. They see it as weakness, and they will come at you twice as hard. Left-wing Democratic operative Christina Shake, hired at the beginning of April as head of global communications, will take over part of Morrell's role. Clearly, Disney has learned nothing. They figured to get rid of a couple of people, it'll be okay, right? Nope. A brutal month of April should have been a wake-up call for Hollywood elites, but until they acknowledge the woke elephant in the room that is causing their decline, little is likely to change. They just don't get it. They don't see how in the world could it possibly be their fault? Possibly don't understand. They think that the vast majority of the American people think exactly like them. It isn't just Los Angeles and Hollywood, all the big cities. They live in this progressive bubble. Tim Pool calls them city urban liberal types. And the acronym, of course, is CULT. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. It's like these morons now, oh, we're all going to quit Twitter because Elon Musk is there and we're woke progressives and blah, blah, blah. Okay, then quit. Then quit. Oh, they had several walkouts, I remember, a few months ago in Disney and a couple of their offices. Well, the employees just got up and left, went outside and protested. You're getting paid to do that? You're fired. You're fired. You want to have a protest? Do it on your own time. Take a day off. Take a vacation day. Do what you got to do. We're not going to pay you to do that. Not only are you protesting on a company time, you're also protesting and hurting the bottom line of the company you work for, you idiots. They just don't get it. They have no clue that what they do and say is even wrong. It's amazing to me. And now they're finally paying the price. Well, unfortunately, for conservative people like myself and millions of others, this change comes slow. It's kind of like turning around an aircraft carrier. But it's starting to turn. And nothing on earth can stop it. And these guys will keep on doing it until there's nothing left of these companies. They've lost so many hundreds of millions of dollars that the adult in the room is going to have to step in and say, stop, this is enough. We'll see. Hopefully it continues. Stop giving money to people that hate you. Let them hate you for free. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.